Salaki, everybody, if y'all can hear me, bear with me for the background noises.
Walk in the kingdom as super saying God, but I gotta get my people off that dun kill. I don't even know if we 2/3, but I'm striving for the truth until death. I'm trying to roll with my ace, yes. I say my circle is my Achium. Until death do us part, I'm still reminiscing about my ex-life. Yes, I got a divorce. It came
Just
with
get her
luggage.
out. She don't want to be in
My
there.
burdens. It came with a light low. I'ma split the good and bad like Moses to the kingdom and never back. I guess it's NBA, never back again. We stronger than we ever been.
Bear with me real quick, y'all.
The scripture, so I still wonder, is money your redeemer? Pick up your cross, we gotta do it daily. Luke chapter 9, verse 23, we are walking testimony. The most high holy, I guess we holy. Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahushua. The most high should increase, and you should decrease.
We're about to almost start it. I just gotta make sure these videos.
Luke chapter 1, verse 70-71.
Gotta make sure everything is everything.
Prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved by our enemies and from the hand of all the haters. I can't wait. I can't wait. Looking at my watch, I can't wait. Now I'm in my room praying to my sensei. I can't wait. I can't wait. Now I'm looking at my watch. I can't wait. I'm flipping through the scripts. I can't wait. 12.
I'm almost done. Gotta make sure everything is everything on this side.
To the kingdom and never back. To the moon and never back. But if I can't smack it, I'm gonna smack it with these Bible scriptures. But I just want you to know, Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, is our Redeemer. Cold cut.
Game and the songs and the stories. We go walk with testimonies. Our eye is the kingdom of the glory. Forever because you're holy, yeah. Love is forever. Love is forever. Love is forever. Love is forever, yeah. Hey. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
Love is forever. Love is forever, yeah. Love is forever.
Yup.
Love is forever.
Come on.
Love is forever.
Yeah.
Love is forever, yeah.
What kind of spirit in her?
Love is forever.
Uh-huh.
Love is forever.
Yes.
Love is forever.
Yes. Get your pens and papers ready. Hey.
Love is forever. Love is forever.
Yeah.
Love is forever.
Come on, y'all.
Love is forever, yeah.
Where the energy at?
Love is forever.
Yeah. Huh.
Love is forever.
Hmm.
Love is forever.
Yeah. Yeah. And your love.
Love is forever, yeah.
Hey. Hey.
Love is forever.
Yahweh's love is forever.
Love is forever.
That love is action.
Love is forever.
Yeah.
Love is forever, yeah. Love is forever.
Come on.
Love is forever.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
We done. Now we about to get it in. All praise to the Most High Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakak Wadash. Yahweh is the Most High God. And Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. Right? And we want to give double honors for the elders that have been paving the way. You know, teaching the sincere milk, the parables, the dark sayings, and teaching the prophecies. Pushing 100% of the Lord's doctrine to the best of their ability. All praises. Mighty Shalom to Elder Tahar and all the elders all the way down, even to the mighty soldiers, captains, bishops, and deacons. And another Shalom to the sisters, you know, that's reverence their husband, pursuing to be virtuous women, loving the silent wives, and for the single sisters. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy for the young, for the other brothers and sisters that is not in the ministry. Lord willing, He continued to allow the hopeful elect, whoever you may be, to continue to be on the highways and byways and continue to do sit downs, trying to bring the people into the marriage. This lesson, Lord willing, is going to be short. Lord willing. This title is called Your Character Strengthens Your Confidence. A lot of us don't understand our character is going to build our confidence, but we have to want to desire to be spiritual people. I know a lot of negative and bad, good things come to us, but if you are not receiving bad, how can you know the Lord is dealing with you? So, Lord willing, we can get right into this. I'm gonna share my screen. If anybody got precepts or a question, you just write on the comment board, and I'll try to make sure I pay attention to make sure we can answer your questions. Just want to make sure, can y'all hear me? And can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? I want to make sure y'all can see the screen perfectly. I'm looking. I'm trying to see if y'all can see the screen good. Is it close enough? Probably y'all can see it. Okay, y'all can see. So the first scripture we're gonna go to is Psalms 105. And this one gonna go into our past. You definitely should read that. Maybe it might give you some motivation. So we're gonna read from verse 16. Oh, you want it closer? Okay, you can bring it closer. Lord willing, this is closer. Let's see if this works. Tell me if you can see it now. And if not, I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in the live. Zoom in on my screen. So Psalms 105, verse 16. It says, moreover, he called for a famine upon the land, and he brake the whole staff of bread. Now, if you don't understand the story dealing with Canaan, got hit with famine, right? And this is dealing with Jacob's children. It's Jacob and his children. They're in Canaan, and you got Egypt. It's a famine going on in Canaan. Verse 17. And he sent. Okay, yeah, definitely. You're definitely welcome. I am the bar. It says he sent a man before them, even Joseph, who was sold for a servant. And that was a prophecy. Joseph had to go. He had to go before his brethren and before his father, before the whole nation of Israel dwelled in Egypt. And then it became the Exodus, right? It says, whose feet they hurt with fetters. He was led in iron until the time that his word came. Basically, the prophecy. He had a dream, he had a vision, let alone he had a preflow of visions. The one vision that he would go up high and his brothers would be low. And they was trying to say, oh, what you gonna say? We gonna bow down to you, right? Until that came to fruition, let alone he was supposed to go to jail in Egypt, and it was certain dreams that he had of the prisoners in jail. The word of Yahweh tried him, right? And that's when it came to the two people. One was going to get killed, and one actually was going to remain in the presence of the Pharaoh at that time. And it says, and the king sent and loosed him, even the ruler of the people, and let him go free. Now, a lot of us might not remember, but it goes into why he went into jail, because the Pharaoh wife lied on Joseph and basically said he was trying to get the cookies, but he wasn't, right? Verse 21, it says, he made him lord of his house and ruler of all his substance, and to bid his princes at his pleasure and teach his senators wisdom. A few things. Coming in to serve the Lord, Joseph was a man to follow the Lord. He had to deal with the tribulations of going to jail for something he didn't do. And a lot of us get persecuted for something that we don't do, right? And he still stood strong in that. And that shows how your character strengthens your confidence. If you watch the prince of Egypt, even though you don't see that in the scriptures, but the prince of Egypt, this man was occupied. Yes, he was talking to the Lord. This man built it a tree. When I look at the movie and I see this man is in prison and he built a tree, and why he's in there this whole time after the two men get released and all of that, he get to watch the tree grow. And when I see myself in scriptures, when you constantly apply this in your life and in your household, you see how your house grows, your wife or your children or your husband. Let alone the more you start teaching, the more you start spilling the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to the left and towards the right and in front of you, the more the nation of Israel grow. We're growing right now. When we go back to, like I said last night, this is another thing. Exodus, the first chapter, verse 12. You know what I'm saying? It say, but the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. The more the enemy put us in a rough situation, the more we gonna grow. Crack, we still grew. Heroin, we still grew. Bath salt, we still grew. Weed, we still grew. Cocaine, we still growing. Heroin, we still growing. They'll keep trying to make devices. Look, the mark of the beast, there's a lot of us that's not going to take that shit. But there's going to be a lot of us that's going to do it. We're going to still multiply. We're going to still be strong. But the only way we can be fully strong is if we cleave on to the Comforter. That's why we have to build up our character by looking at the wrongs that happen to us. And then imagine and actually add up the wrong that was dealt to us into the captivities we are in right now. And it's all for your learning so that you can build up your character to endure, right? Let's go to Matthew, right? The 5th chapter, the 43rd verse, right? Right? Oh, my computer acting goofy. So 43 to 48, it says, ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. Now, of course, we would say our adversary is our enemy. Yes, you're right. But when we talk about you have enemies in your own nation, so we have to thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy. Okay, but I say unto you, this is in red letters, right? Let me make sure. Right, red letters. Just say, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you. Right? Shalom. Yahweh Shema Shai Barakatham, my guy. If you have a precept or a question, you already know. It say, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Right? And it's a lot of our brothers and sisters that do this same thing right here, man. There's people that might curse you. Guess what? Bless them. Even pray for them. There's people that hate you, right? They despitefully use you. And we see this from day to day. But it says that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? And that goes into Mashiach Yahushai. The sick and the weak need a physician, not the ones that's whole and righteous, right? The ones that's righteous got to stay doing and follow their course, right? The sick and the weak, they need to find what course, what direction, what angle they should be going, right? It says, if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. Yo, the Lord want us to have mercy on our people because the Lord had mercy on us. We got to have compassion for our people, right? You got to be kind. You got to be sincere, right? When you even go to the book of Acts, you could see a lot of our forefathers looking at people that's sick or got an unclean spirit, and they went to go heal them. You might have some people that's not in the truth, and I ain't gonna lie, I had that spirit. You're not serving the Lord. You ain't serving the Lord. Man, if we're able to make it another day or another day, who am I? Who am I to push down on somebody? Because the Lord, this is another one. This is another thing, right? Right? First Samuel, the 16th chapter. And I'm going to read something uh, Miss Adar had sent me, right? And it was something that stuck for me to say this lesson. She was like, you have to go through something to build endurance. This is definitely a beautiful topic and giving me something to think about, right? Anytime scriptures come out, you want to always think about it. I don't care if it's little or the greatest matter, because it's about to get worse. Jacob Trump, look, a lot of us is not imagining when technology gone, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when you can't go out in the street and go see brothers teaching, or go on Facebook or YouTube or IG or wherever anybody else is teaching? If when the internet is gone, a lot of people are gonna panic. So you want to always think about the little and greatest things in the scriptures, like this part right here. This is First Samuel, the 16th chapter, verse 14. But I'll start at 12 just to give you more of it, right? It says, and he sent and brought him in. And this is David getting anointed. Now he was ruddy, and withal of a beautiful countenance, and goodly to look to. And Yahweh said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the spirit of Yahweh came upon from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. But the spirit of Yahweh departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from Yahweh troubled him. So, hey, you could be on fire right now. You should never doubt, I'm always have the spirit. You got to always believe the power that we have. If you are not doing anything worthy of him, he'll take the spirit. Even if you is doing things, the Lord might test you just to take that spirit, hit you with boils. Look at the man, it's so many things you could go to building up your character. It says, and Saul's servant said unto him, behold, an evil spirit from God troubled thee. A servant of this man, look at, you got an evil spirit on you. You know what I'm saying? What was the other one I was thinking of? Oh yeah, Job, right? Job, the 2nd chapter. And I'm gonna just go straight to where I want to go. There's many other points we could go to, but I'm gonna hit you with 2nd Job, chapter 2, the 6th verse, and I'm gonna go down to 10. It says, and Yahweh said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of Yahweh and smote Job with sore boils from the soles of his foot unto his crown. Right? I just want to stop right there. I want every man and woman that is a so-called Israelite, I want you to know, do never think that the Lord is not going to allow the left-hand side to test you. Don't think, I'm not, the Lord not, I'm getting money, I'm doing this. The Lord, no, the Lord is always looking for a chance to humble you up more, to take that pride from you, right? Verse 8, it says, and he took a potsherd and scraped himself with hoe, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse God and die. That's not a spirit of the Lord for your wife to say something like that, right? Let alone should I, when Jacob Trouble, when we pilgrims, my wife, a kid is lost, or she lose a toe or something, should I just say, hey, yo, babe, hey, curse God and die? You know what I'm saying? Curse God and die. Oh man, I stank, my period, I'm bleeding, I ain't got nothing to you. Hey, curse God and die. What kind of spirit would I be if I'm saying that? Right? It's verse 10, it says, and he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips. Every day you want to believe and know you're going to receive good or bad. Good or bad, bad or good. You have to know that you're going to receive both. So don't never think, the Lord not going to do nothing to me. I'm good. I'm one of his best students. Don't never feel like you're better than the next or the other. I look forward to the judgment and the chastisement of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. because then how I'm gonna know he's really dealing with me, right? Let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans, the 5th chapter. And we're going to read verse 3 and 4, and then I'm going to look. We're going to read it in New Living Translation, right? Just to make sure you're getting the full effect. Verse 3, it says, not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. That's what all tribulation, suffering, it builds patience. And patience, experience, and experience hope, right? Let's go to the NLT. Let's see. Let's get it. They say we can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they help us develop endurance. You know what I'm saying? You laugh. You trying to shoot a gun at me. Yahweh Shema Shai Brakatham, Yahweh Shema Shai. Or somebody robbing you. Somebody robbed your house, you missing something. Yes, you're going to be upset. But when we acknowledge, like Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, you acknowledge the Most High in all thy ways. You acknowledge him when you get good and bad, like Job just said. We're going to receive good and bad from the Lord. As soon as you receive bad, you got to think, I'm doing something wrong. I'm not too sincere. I didn't pray good enough. I didn't fast good enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm not prophesying. You know, I got to humble myself more. I got to build my character. This truth is always about building every aspect of you. Right? Verse 4, it says, and endurance develops strength of character. What's the whole point of this lesson? Your character strengthens your confidence. A lot of women and men are not confident. Women, I'm not kind of look good, or maybe he don't like me, or he like this other girl. Man, look, man, I don't care about a man or a woman, who you want. It's all about the Lord. The Lord is the one that put you. The Lord is your assurance. So in endurance develops strength of character. And character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. We always pondered about humans or this man or that girl. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. But if I'm worried about Miss Gabar or Miss Adar or Miss whoever or this, I should be worried about the spirit. Like, yo, did you read? Is you understanding this lesson? Hey, yo, you know your faith is weak. Hey, you know you might have depression issue. Hey, let's work on this. Hey, what lessons do you want to do? I'm not gonna always. I'm not look. I'm not even worried about anything in the world that might distract my ladies, right? Because that's just the Lord. You know, the enemy makes devices to distract us from not trying to be in the spirit. But you always gonna need somebody on your side that's gonna push you to better, not better. Ain't nothing wrong with pushing somebody to lose weight or look good or pursue their business. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you want to push every man and every woman to go back to the Lord. The Lord is the only one testing us. The Lord is the only one that put you through this. The Lord is the only one trying to get you ready for the coming of that kingdom, right? A lot of us is not worthy to get beamed up. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of us not worthy. Every day I believe that I'm not worthy. You know what I'm saying? But we have the scriptures to comfort us, to make us to at least prepare ourselves. Right? Let's go to James, the 1st chapter, verse 2 to 4. Right? It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. The Lord already tell you in Sirach Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse. If you come and serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. So we know if we serving the Lord, we're going to serve temptation, let alone you're in captivity. I try to put a video on a little clip on Facebook about Spartacus, right? They're torturing the man and cut his damn tongue off. You know what I'm saying? So me and you have to build up our faith even more, man. Somebody getting they tongue cut, let alone I'm seeing in a movie a man, he's a slave, and the king wife wants to have sex or want to do something with one of the slaves. And she actually do it every time her husband goes out to the city. And if that, just imagine in my mind, I'm like, damn, that could be an Israelite. And the dude actually laid with the with the queen, but he really loves this other slave girl. So when you really think about it, that man just committed adultery. And we can't really lay with another man's wife, but that man committed adultery because he's in That's the temptation right there. But it comes for it when we go to Revelations, the 12th chapter, verse 1, where it say, lay yourself down as a living sacrifice. So it might come a time, I bet you it was brothers that said, hell no, I'm not about to lay with you. Yo, if you don't lay with me, if you don't make me bust this nut, I'm going to kill you. Look what happened to Joseph. Joseph, no, I can't lay with you. No, because he knew how the Lord moved. Guess what? He got put into prison. Diverse temptation. And what the Lord did, you strive for this truth. Man, let me get this, man. Y'all not on that level. You're not on this level. You're not on this level. Where we at? Come on, D. As soon as I get in my little mojo, man, you want to play around with me. There we go. There we go. Where was we at? What did I say? I said Sirach 4. What the heck just happened? Yo, my computer having retard glitches. And I usually bring this out mostly probably every lesson I ever do. It's motivation to me. Sirach 4:28. It says strive. Wait, what is you doing? Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Verse 28, it says, strive for the truth until death, and Yahweh Shema Shai shall fight for thee. And that's what Job did. Job was striving for Yahweh Shema Shai. I'm not about to lay with you. And that's diverse temptation. I bet you she probably was looking delicious and good and all of that, but that's a whole nother man's wife. That's diverse temptation. Knowing this, that the trying of our faith worketh patience. The trying of your faith worketh patience. That's why it's a beautiful thing when you're in the ministry and you're being tried. Let alone when somebody comes up and they try to try your doctrine. You might be teaching something, they're like, oh no, I don't agree with that. Somebody could be coming with a whole bunch of shabba dabba ding ding, right? You got to know this being in this ministry, you're going to always want to be tried. You're going to always be tried. Being in this ministry, you're going to suffer, right? Being in this ministry, you're going to have tribulations. Being in this ministry, everybody not going to like you, right? I'm trying to be like Luke, the 2nd chapter, verse 52. Yahushai, he grew in wisdom and stature and favor in the Most High and in men. That's all I want. And when we go to that, I try to go to that to see what that favor is. Some people, oh man, you can't compare yourself to Yahweh. So let's see, Luke, the 2nd chapter. I just got to see what that is because I just said that. I think verse 52. Yep, verse 52. Yahweh increased in wisdom and stature and in favor in God and man, because he said in 49, must I be about my father's business, right? And only a man that's trying to fix his character, he is going to be about his father's business. And what we're looking for, favor, right? This is what I want to know. I want to have favor in the eyes of God. And
Strong's G 5485,
Charis, right? Favor, grace, that which affords joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness, charm, lovingness, grace of speech, goodwill, loving kindness, favor. So, of the merciful kindness by which God, exerting his holy influence upon souls, turning them into a Mashiach, keep strength. Look, turns them to Hamashiach, keep strengthens, increase them in Christian faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to the exercise of the Christian virtues. What is due to grace, the spiritual condition of one governors by the power of divine grace, the token or proof of grace, benefit, a gift of grace, benefit, bounty, thanks for benefit, service, favors, recompense, reward, right? Favor, grace. That's what that favor go into, man. It goes into that grace, right? We're gonna have grace in the eyes of Yahweh, and have grace in men, right? Which affords joy, right? So the Lord is gonna be if we're about his business, he's gonna have joy, right? If we're about the Most High's business, men are going to have joy. Let alone brothers will probably, yo, brother, I like what you're doing. Like brothers probably correcting me, but they're like, yo, brother, I like what you're doing. You got a good spirit, yo, but brother, work on stop saying Christ. I understand, explain, Christ, but say his name. You know what I'm saying? And for that, guess what? Like if a brother don't care for you, if you don't like what he's not going to correct you. Brothers want you to go the right way. If brothers don't care for what you're doing, brothers is not going to try to correct you, right? Let alone Yahweh Shemel Shai. Now back to Proverbs 6, verse 16 to 19. It says, these 6 things doeth Yahweh hate, even 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look. You can't try to fix your character, right? Your character strengthens your confidence being having a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, and a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift to in running into mischief. And I think it's another verse in Proverbs where it say fools mischief is a sport to fools, right? And a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speak lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. If you trying to build your character up, you want to make sure you're not walking in a proud look. I probably had a proud mind or a prideful mind before I came in the truth, slowly in the truth. We got to work on the lying tongue. Some people can lie and say that I'm really in this truth, but they lying. Brothers can lie, I'm studying or I'm doing this. Some brothers, the Lord really probably taking the spirit out of some brothers. A lot of us is moving with the lying tongue and a proud look, right? A lot of us have that hand of that wants to shed innocent blood. The Lord not dealing with that, right? Let's go to Psalms 1, right? We almost out of here. I mean that literally, and I just mean that scripturally. Psalms 1:1 it say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, right? Nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Only a good character of a man or a woman wouldn't walk in the counsel of the ungodly or stand in the way of a sinner, nor sitteth in the seat of scorners. If your character, if you think before you act, you would not be getting counseled by the ungodly. Well, but he delight in the law of Yahweh, and in his law do he meditate day and night. If you're moving in the righteous character, right, you're going to be meditating on the ministry of Yahweh Shemel Shai, so that eventually you could give somebody the sense of the law. You want to have a delight. Only the ones that's building their character up in the spirit are going to be a tree planted near a river. Like verse 3, he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. So if you plant yourself near that water, you're going to always prosper. That water is Yahweh Shemel Shai. It is his ministry. It is his word. Right? This is what you thirsty? Every time that water of Yahweh Shemel Shai, it is strengthening you. It is building you up. Ms. Gabar said you have to read Proverbs 4:14 now. How are you going to tell me I need to read Proverbs 14:4 now? Like, come on. Right? So Proverbs, the 4th chapter, verse 14, It says, enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men, right? And only a man or a woman that has good character traits, they're gonna. Gadget got a song called "Choose a Side." No, it's Daniela. He got a song called "Choose a Side," and a lot of us is going to choose the wicked path. A good character is not going to choose that path. If you choose that path, you're a wicked character. You don't have no means of being in the book of life. You should always have it on your desire to be what the Lord acquires, what the Lord looks at of a high value man or a high value woman in the ministry. You can go to 1 John, the 2nd chapter, verse 3 and 4. It says, hereby we do know that we know him. We know him if we keep his commandments. And how do you know where his commandments is? The first 5 books of the Bible, 613 of them, right? He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. There's a lot of us making excuses, right? The Lord say a woman shall work pertaining to a man. I understand some of your job might make you, but outside of your job, you shouldn't do that. It's about rehearsing the righteous act to the best of our ability, right? And it's some things that you can do. So you can't make it until, oh man, your brother saying I'm going off because I'm doing. You cannot get mad when it's something easy, like especially wearing fringes, especially on your garment, or a woman having it on a dress. That's not hard. That's like a 1, 2, 3 easy thing to do. There's no way you should be arguing about fringes or arguing about the Sabbath. Right? This is Judges, the 5th chapter, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the place of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of the villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. I don't care wherever you at. You need to be rehearsing the righteous acts. Let me put some of this frankincense on, man. Got me over here thinking about Yahweh shot, man. Woo! You know what I'm saying? We got to get in this thing and rehearse the righteous acts. It's just like acting. You rehearse your scene, you practice it. This is what we have to do. We have to rehearse what is in the first 5 books of the Bible, let alone throughout the mentality of the characteristics of a righteous man or woman. We have to rehearse rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh. The way Paul, Peter, Mary, through the Spirit, moved Susanna, Ruth, right? Ramah, even though she's not an Israelite, she had faith. She's a freaking heathen, but she had faith. So we got to have faith more than that damn heathen, right? Characteristic. Let's go to Proverbs. And it's 2 verses that really go. There's another verse that go to this, right? So Proverbs, the first verse, it says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. We got to get in this thing to desire a good name, right? You know what I'm saying? The number one good name for me is a man of the Lord rather than great riches. Man, any woman or man gonna want riches. I want a few more dollars. You know what I'm saying? But what would I rather choose? If it was right in front of you, like the Matrix, blue or red pill, you got it right in front of you, millions of dollars or a good name. Which one you gonna choose? I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a lot. What he said? Many are called, but few is chosen. Many is gonna pick that. Is gonna pick that money. Many is gonna pick that money, but few is gonna take a good name. A few is gonna take loving favor, and many is gonna take silver and gold. They're like, man, I'm gonna be wealthy. I'm gonna own land. Let me get some silver and gold. Hey, who am I? I'm gonna be honest with you. Peter denied Christ. I'm gonna say my flesh is weak. I would choose in the spirit. I want to choose a good name, but in the flesh, I'm getting that riches. I'm getting that money. and I'm getting the silver and gold. If I'm thinking carnal, but since I'm trying to work on my spirit so much, I want to pick a good name, loving favor over silver and gold and riches. That's how you know the devil would try to give you something to please your eyes, to please your body. The Lord would give you something to please your heart and to steer you in the narrow path. But Satan want to take you everywhere. Let's go get the precept, right? Let me not beat around the bush. You can go to Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter and verse 1. It says, a good man is better than precious ointment. And the name of death, than the day of one's birth. I'm gonna say it again because even my kids, they love a birthday. So let's see what the Lord say. He say, a good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. So when you look at this, man, it is better of the day of your death. That's why I say strive for the Lord until death, right? It is better to choose death than your own birth. It is better to choose a good name than precious ointment. I got frankincense and myrrh. I ain't gonna lie to you. This right here smell good. But you seen what that lady did. She went here and used all that ointment and rubbed it on Yahweh Shai feet. And they like, wait, hold on. Judah's like, wait, hold on, man. You know what we could have did with that? That's money right there. Well, like, nah, man. Just remember what this lady did in time past, man. This lady took her ointment that was worth money and rubbed it on Yahweh Shai, man. Man, what the hell with this, man? I know I could make some money, but I want to pick a good name. Guess what? That lady is going to be remembered just for what she did. And we just brought her up again. You should choose your death, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to die in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, to be honest. Excuse my language, fuck a birthday. What my birthday do for me more than Yahweh Shem Shai? Nothing. It didn't do a dang thing, right? Let's go to James. Let's go back to James and let's go to the 4th chapter. 4th chapter, 8th verse. It says, draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Right? And that goes into St. John, the 15th chapter, where Yahweh Shai said, abide in me and I abide in you. Right? Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. If you're trying to move in the character of the Spirit, you're not going to be double-minded. I want to be better. So I got to call on Yahweh Shem Shai to make me better. Right? Because I want to change. Right? Verse 10 is Salaki. Verse 10 is say, humble yourselves in the sight of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and he shall lift you up. It's not a lot of brothers and sisters that want to be humble. A lot of, I'm the best, or I'm doing this. Man, I don't even want my wife to go out and say, hey, I have the best husband. Oh, we're in a polygynous marriage and ours the best. Man, you better shut up. Because we ain't better than nobody. We still got to get right too. We got to be humble. We shouldn't be saying, oh, I'm the best teacher. Oh, I did this for Israel. Nobody. No, I will spank you. How I'm going to spank you? Book, chapter, verse. But at the end of the day, every man and every woman has to be humble. Only the character of the Spirit is going to want to be humble. Let's go to 1 Peter, I believe, chapter 1. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 14, and it reads, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance. So we got to be obedient children, right? Instead of fashioning ourselves according to the former lust, right? Let's read the CSB. It says, as obedient children, do not be conformed to the desires of your former ignorance. And that goes into Romans, the 12th chapter, verse 2. Right? Where it say, and be not conformed to this world, But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Right? If yo, look, your character strengthens your confidence. If I'm reading this and I want to build my confidence, I'm not going to conform myself to this world. Like, right? You look at the word conform. Let's see what it say.
Strong's G 4964. Suschematizo. Suschematizo.
Suschematizo. The outline of biblical uses, it says to conform oneself, one's mind and character to another's pattern, fashions oneself according, right? To conform one's mind and character to another's pattern. So we cannot change ourselves to be like this world. This world didn't do shit for you, but give you toilet paper, right? In the oh shoot. In the CSB, it say, do not be conformed to this age, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Conform to this age, like this time, this freaking America, this damn NATO and EU, this damn test tube monkey BS. The NLT say, don't copy the behavior and customs of this world. The behavior, the characteristics of this world do not follow, and the customs, you damn simple-minded niggas. What's the customs of this world? Your birthday, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, we said Valentine's, Easter. What we call it? Black History Month, Juneteenth, 4th of July, 9/11. This is the customs of the world. And I've been trying to put this in my children's head and family. Even if your children don't accept it, you're going to still teach them. The Lord is going to let you know where their heart is, because when they get of age to be able to leave out your house, it's going to show if they're going to still follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. But we know in Proverbs, I believe it and I know it. Train up a child in the way they shall go and they won't depart. So I believe me training my Amaya, my Uzziah, my TJ, London, Paris, Noya, myself, Miss Adar, I guarantee we're not going to leave from what we were trained to do, right? It says, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. We all need to be a new person, a new creature, but we need our minds to be changed. Because niggas, y'all be thinking about bullshit. Excuse my language. And you women, y'all thinking about a damn bag. You're thinking about a bag. But y'all ain't even trying to get that spiritual bag. How are we going to get a bag in this world but not get a spiritual bag? We worried about something that's going to die soon. This is the end of this world. Get your money up. But you definitely should be getting your spirit up. That niggas getting y'all funny up. This is St. Matthew, the 7th chapter, verse 17. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. If you ain't working on your character the righteous way, you're going to be a corrupt tree bringing forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit. It can't. Neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. That's where when Yahweh Shai said, the devil is against devil, right? Because no, the devil tried to cast out the devil. Evil is not going to cast out evil. We're going to double up and try to bring in more evil. Good is not going to bring forth, it's no way. So the whole point is to pursue being a good tree so you can bring forth good fruit. Only the good character, the righteous character of a man that's going to build his confidence in the righteous, because you can build your confidence in being wicked too, I ain't gonna lie. But it's going to be wicked confidence, right? Yeah. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. Every man, how he talk, how the other brothers that's underneath from beside him is teaching, let alone the brothers and sisters out of the ministry, you can tell by the fruits, right? How they speak, right? How they answer things, how they move, right? Let alone if it comes a time they need correction. Some people that think, oh man, I'm a good tree, and then they do something a little wrong, and you just trying to correct them out of love, then they get all mad at something. Guess what? Through the spirit that brother got, he need that brother or that sister needs something they need to work on, right? Everything I brought out, I want to work on for myself too, because I don't want to be better than nobody. I just want to be better than the old man, right? This is Ephesians the 5th chapter, verse 1. It says, be ye therefore followers of God, of the Most High, as dear children. You come to serve the Lord as children. We are supposed to follow Yahweh Shema Shai. Everybody in your household should be a person either above or beneath that's following the Lord. So if I'm the head of my house and I'm following the Lord, it's no way somebody outside the house or in the house can say, oh, this wife or that wife, oh, they not following the Lord. Then that means they not reflecting off of me, right? Then you look at the wife, how she moving. If she following the Lord, the kids got to be doing the same thing. It's an order, right? We got to be followers for the Lord, not followers of men. Acts the 5th chapter, verse 29. We ought to be God rather than man, right? Let's go to Second Corinthians, the 5th chapter. I don't know how my computer dying that quick, but it's okay. Okay, so we at 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter, verse 17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Just like I said earlier, old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. That goes into the Ephesians, the 4th chapter, right? If you are in Hamashiach, that goes into St. John, the 15th chapter. In order to be in Hamashiach, you have to abide in him. For you to be a new creature, Hamashiach has to abide in you. And if that actually happened, old things are passed away. The former lust, the old man, right? Let's see. Let's get this, and we're going to close out with Ephesians, the 4th chapter. Oh, nobody cares. Ephesians, the 4th chapter, verse 22. Outside that verse 21, and say, if so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahushua. Guess what? If you're reading the gospel, reading the red letters, let alone the whole Bible, because he is the word, you are being taught by Hamashiach Yahushua. Let alone you're going to have men that's around you as counselors that's going to give you the sense or guide you to understand, right? Verse 22, it says, that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, right? And this is why for your kids to grow up, they might play, they might be disobedient, they might get in trouble. This is why you can learn from your children, because your children are children. Then they grow up and they put away their children ways, and they become a man or they become a woman. So kids won't be disobedient no more. By the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, the kids' mentality should be more responsive to listen and to be in order, right? And that's the same for us. You get in this truth as a baby, you should be able to grow to understand, okay, the Sabbath, fringes, we can't have pork, we can't do this, okay, we can't do this, we can't do that. It's an order, right? It says, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. And be ye renewed in the spirit of your mind. That goes back to Revelations, Romans, the 12th chapter, verse 1. Every day you want to be renewed. And this is why, what he say? He said, what is it? I forgot. I forgot what lesson it was. I think it deals with endurance, right? Because every day, especially in the ministry, you're going to always become new every day, right? And if I'm going in the scriptures, if I'm reading every day, or if I'm moving or something, that's because of the spirit is getting renewed every day. Just like how your phone, your internet, it get updated. through the spirit, your temple, your spirit has to get renewed every day, right? And that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. If you're not thirsty and hunger for righteousness, how can you really say you're moving in the righteous character of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? 25, it says, therefore putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another, right? And I hate being lied to. So when it comes to this ministry, it gets even harder when you go to prophecies, right? And of course, I probably was lied or led the wrong way when it deals with certain prophecies, right? I'm gonna love those brothers that probably wasn't, in tune to that right there and didn't see it the right way. But guess what? I have to call on the Lord, because the Lord is the one that gives the increase. Yahweh Shema Shai is the one that do the decrease. So if he don't see that you fit to understand the mark of the beast or understand certain scriptures, he won't let you increase, and you'll be there. And the Lord, men will see it. But we have to know we are members one towards another. That's why I respect brothers doing exhortations. I respect brothers leaning out their hand. I respect brothers that's correcting you. If you do something that's off, correct that brother, correct that sister. Let alone, sometimes some people don't want to hear correction. Guess what? Do a lesson. Niggas is doing some gay stuff. We about to do a lesson on homosexuality. Brothers is being prideful. I'm going to do a lesson on prideful, right? Brothers are saying the mark of the beast is spiritual or some sin. Guess what? I'm going to do the lesson on that because I don't see it as sin or spiritual. Maybe the image is spiritual, but the mark, I see it physical. So I'm going to do a lesson and say, yo, brothers, is wrong. If we talk about women are wearing clothes that pertain to men. I'm gonna do a lesson on it. Women half naked. Hey, you is thick, but guess what? You probably stanky panky because women's supposed to be covered. I'm gonna do a lesson on that, man. If you think you know it all, I'm gonna hit you with the Galatians 6:3. This whole ministry is about a two-edged sword. If you're not getting it right and get it tight, I don't know what you're trying to do. If you're not trying to help your friend up, I don't know what you're trying to do. Sometimes you help your friend up by rebuking them or correcting them. You don't build your friend up by a tap on the back. Your brother, oh man, spirits is hitting me. Brother, have you been doing a video? Have you been reading? No, brother, I haven't been reading. I haven't been doing a video. If you haven't been reading or doing a video, I ain't gonna lie, through the spirit, I'm gonna believe you are not praying. Your brother told me he is praying, but he ain't reading, he ain't doing the lesson. So what have you been praying for? Better times, better days? But you ain't asking the Lord to put a spirit back on you? Then you should be like, hey, you want to go over prophecies? Not today. Then you find out niggas is smoking weed, man. This is the time to build up our character, man. We in the last quarter. Just like the Bills, we are in the last damn quarter. What you gonna do, stay at 7? You better get some points on the board, right? So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I ain't trying to hold y'all. Lord willing, I could do another lesson later. Did anybody say anything in the comment section? No, nobody did. Nobody. Yeah, a lot of people don't really like, you know what I'm saying? But it's cool. But Lord willing, this was edifying to whoever was watching, who might watch it later on. Lord willing, the Most High push you to pursue, the ministry to the best of your ability. I love you to the moon and never back. Death to America and death to Esau, not on my time, but his time, because he never early and never late. He is always on time. So I definitely want to say, call Allah Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. And Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit, right? So with that, it's your brother Dar Gabar. Your character strengthens your confidence. So let's start to build our confidence by starting to reshape your character. And with that, Kwame Yasharella, double honors to the elders. Shalom, shalom. From out of Tahara on down. Y'all been ruling well through the spirit. Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters continue in this faith. Duck and weave the enemy and continue to move and grind.